Now, first we'll start with customized modal dialog. Modal dialog, yesterday I said customized modal dialog. What I said, dialog, modal dialog means when that window is open, we lose communication with parent window. Okay, there is a reason it is called what? Modal dialog. So we want to create modal dialog. So first what I do here, I add one menu now here. In this menu strip control, as already figure menu is there, I'll add one more menu named as edit ampersand edit. Yes, and we'll give a name for it. We'll give a name for it. Romana, can you hear me? Anand, Raghav, you all can hear me? Okay. Raghav? Okay, okay. Srinivas, you re-log in. Okay, so I added a menu now named edit. I'll give a name for this menu. Name. So to give a name, I say here, select that menu, right click, go to properties. Here I have a name. Here I just call menu edit. Like you assume it is menu edit. Okay. So I gave one name for it. Hmm. Now, second thing, under edit menu, now I'm going to add one more menu item, a menu item, which we name as position ampersand position. Ampersand position. Okay. And for this also I'll give a name. Go to properties, name, I call like this. MNU item POS. Menu item position. That's what I mean to say. Menu item position. Okay. Now if you want to have shortcut keys, those all things you can try. As yesterday I've shown you the same thing. Okay. Now what do you want to do? Whenever you click on to this position menu item, it should open one window. In that window, it should ask me to provide x-axis, y-axis values so that it can change rectangle and ellipse to that particular position. So first let me complete that. So now as of now what you did, we just added one menu and one menu item. That's it, nothing else. Okay, do one thing. Go to form1.cs first, code behind file. Go there. You have paint event in it. Form1.cs. Go on top. Here I declare two fields, int x, y. They are called fields and default values are 0. Replace here. 10 you replace by x. This 10 you replace by y. This 10 you replace by X. This 10 you replace by Y. Yes. So now, if it is XY, default values are 0, 0. It means your rectangle and ellipse will be drawn from origin. From origin, because both are 0, 0. Okay, anyways. Now come back. Go to design window. Okay, now we should add one form, I said, no? Go to Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. Add Windows form. And I give the name here. Default name form2.cs is there. I'm changing. Position dialog. Yes. Click on add. One new form is added. Yes, added. We'll compress this. This much lengthy we don't need. I'll compress. Now what do you need in this? One label you need. Here, one label. Yes. Give a name for it. Go to properties. Text. Enter. Ampersand. X axis. Over. Then you want another label. Go to toolbox. Place a label. Go to properties. Give the text here as enter ampersand y axis. Y axis. Two labels we have. And beside these labels, we'll have text boxes also. Okay, place two text boxes. This is one text box. Go to toolbox. Put another text box. Now already two are there. For this, I'll give a name. So go to properties. Name you give. TX X name of the text box for X axis. Go to properties. For this, you give the name TXT Y. Two text boxes. Till you compress. Okay. Put them in little center. Okay. Connect them. Connect them. How do you connect? So go to view. Then click on tab order. This is 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. Again go to view menu. Remove tab order. That's it. Now go to toolbox. Place two buttons. This is button 1 for OK. Again a button. This will be for a button called cancel. Two buttons. First button, go to properties. Here you give the text property. Under properties, text property is there. This text property called OK. Then name BTN OK. Then second button, go to properties. Then go to text property. Cancel. Then name property. BTN cancel. Okay. Now, another important thing that I would do now is these two text boxes should be allowed only for numbers. Only numbers for both text boxes, because x-axis or y-axis cannot be text now, so they can be only numbers now. So for that reason, I should write one event for them now. I should write what now? Event. So for that, what I should do? Select the form, right click, properties. Under properties, we have event. There is an event called keypress event. Keypress. Double click. Logic. If e dot keychar equals to 8, return. If e dot keychar less than 0 or e dot keychar greater than 9, e dot handle equal to 2. And after that, this logic will not work. It doesn't work. So you have to go to properties. You have to go to properties. And in that properties, there is a property called key preview. You have to make it true. So the property we have is key preview. Key preview. Make it true. Yes. Key preview has been set to true. That's what will happen now. Now these text boxes will be allowing us to enter only number type data. Only number type data. Okay. Now what do you want next in these two? What you need is now what I need is compulsory. There should be data value to be entered for x and y axis. So for that I'm writing double click on OK button, and after that write the logic. If txtx.text equal to blank space or txty.text equal to blank space, now here I say message box dot show enter x and y values. Enter x and y values. This is a confirmation message for you. Else you want to record that. So I say this dot dialog result is equal dialog result dot okay. Whichever button you clicked na, that button we are going to extract. That button information we are going to extract. If you enter value for x axis not for y axis, you get this message. please enter. Better I write both values. Hmm. Now cancel, cancel. So go to position dialog, cancel button, double click, left, right. This dot close, this dot dispose. This is only for closing the form, nothing. Closing that what dialog window, only to close that. This part is added. So now what all you did, you see, you have added key press event so that you can accept only numbers, then OK button logic and cancel button logic. Nothing else. You want to get cancel button information, then you can do like this also. Instead of closing the form, it is not wrong if you write like this also. What do you write? You can say this dot dialog result is equal to dialog result dot cancel. Dialog result dot cancel. Yes, you'll get cancel button information. If you click OK button information, depending on which button you clicked, it will get the information accordingly. Yes, now done. Whatever the things you need, you have written for dialog. Now another important thing we are going to write in this back code behind file. And what is it? I'll write now in the demonstration. I'll explain you what is the purpose of it. So you are supposed to create two properties: public int x property, get block, set block. Set block I should say here. What I should say is int dot parse. No, it should be txt x dot text is equal to value dot to string get property return int dot path txt x dot text. Same thing you have to repeat. Get block return, and then same code you should write for y axis. Copy this, paste, change wherever x to y. Just complete that process. Here, paste, change this variable y, txt y, txt y dot text. Go back, go back. Yes, save. Two properties. Now I'll explain you what is the role of this property. Right? These two. What is the role? You'll understand. Okay. Go to Form 1 design. In that position menu is there, item is there, position menu item. Click on it. Double click on that. Yes. Which one you want to link here? Position dialog. Position dialog. DLG POS. Constructor. Now, first point. You are in form. In the form, you created just two variables, x, y. Field. That field's value you should give to properties. should give to properties. So to give them to properties, you write this dot x dlg position dot x is equal to this dot dlg position y equal to this dot y. You know what exactly the meaning of this is? Here, under position dialog class, there are two properties called x and y. Under the current to form, you have x and y as fields. So this x, y are fields here. Field x, field y here. Property x, property y. Okay. So what are xy values? 0, 0. So you are giving them to whom? Dialog. So what dialog will do? That 0 will come and store in this property, and that x value 0 will be copied to text box. Means finally, whenever dialog window gets opened, by default text boxes will contain value as 0, 0. Both of them will contain 0, 0. Both of them will contain value as what? 0, 0. Because we are copying. Okay, after that, window should open for us now. Window should open for us. So I write logic to open window now. If dlg position dot show dialog is equal to dialog result dot okay. Now revert this statement. This dot x equal to dlg position dot x. This dot y equal to dlg position dot y. Invalidate. That will call paint method. It will call paint method, and the code will be re-executed of whatever we have written in paint method. But that's it. Done. Save. Now execute the code. Interesting thing, don't forget, we are talking about acha. One more interesting. Okay, I'll show you few more things. We have to do some settings for our window, but I'll show you first. Yeah, successful. Form is opened. Okay, listen now. Just increase the size of it. This is our parent window now. This form is our parent window. This form is our parent window. This form is our parent window. Okay. In this parent window, if I click on edit and if I click on position, yes, window is open. But where does it open? It's somewhere on the top. I don't want like this. I don't want. And I don't want even this dialog window to have this maximize, minimize button. Nothing. Dialog will never have these buttons. An interesting thing, this dialog window has even appeared in the taskbar also. Here it shows. Even I don't want this dialog window to appear in taskbar also. So these things I want to restrict now. So for that reason, what should I do? I go to this dialog window, select that form, go to properties and do all those settings. Properties. Go last. We have an option here. Maximize box, false. Minimize box, false. Show in taskbar, false. Here, start position, center parent. Yes. 4 properties already I've done. No maximize box, no minimize box, no, it should not be in taskbar, should not be in taskbar. It should be in center of the parent, and it should not even get resized. So even to restrict that, I select here form border style sizable. No, I don't want. Fixed dialog. Save this. Run the code. Form 1, debug, start without debugging. Now see, all the properties will be available. Yes, this is main window, and you can see this window in the taskbar. Taskbar, I say taskbar. Here it is, here, taskbar, main window. Open position dialog now. It is center of the parent. Earlier it was coming on the top. And you don't find maximize, minimize buttons. You can't resize this window. I already said that default size of this button, by a default size of this default values of these text boxes will be 0, 0. Now you give 100, 200. Okay. Change. Again edit. Again position. 50, 50, 100. Okay. Yes. Again edit. Again position. But after opening this window, now I felt, no, I don't want rectangle. I want this to change to ellipse. Try. Go to figure menu and click on ellipse. You can't, because we have designed modal dialog. That to customized modal dialog we have designed. Customized modal dialog we have designed. Now go to edit. Now we will learn few. Hey, everyone cleared or not? Whatever I have done now. It requires systematic approach. I said you have to keep on practicing and revising the things. Then things will come in your tip of the fingers as well as tip of your tongue. The more you practice, the more things become easy. Because of that things you feel that they are lengthy, should not give up. Never give up. Never, never. Obviously, programming first time when you listen, 100%. Even when I was learning, even I felt the same. But doesn't mean like you have to give up. No, you have to put your effort. You have to revise. You have to make a sincere, practice. Definitely, things will come in your way. Because Windows programming, the only way is to remember is the practice. I made all these things, whichever I'm showing you, with the steps. I'll share that notes as well along with the video, so that whatever I was doing here, you can find those steps available out. So all right, now we'll talk on built-in dialog. Built-in dialog. That to same modal dialog. Built-in modal dialog. Okay. So here I put and will write first about color. Color. Ampersand color. Right? You want to give a name for it. Give. Go to properties. Properties. Name menu item color. Okay. Go to format.cs. Change the color to color red, default color. And this should be used in rectangle and ellipse. Pen P to new pen color. Remove pens dot red and write P. Here also pens dot red you remove and write P. immediately dispose that object once task is over, because it is GDL object type. Chalo, go for it. Only one part is over. Now what you have to do, go to edit, double click on color now. And remember, in order to design a color dialog, now you don't need to write any designing window and all. Rather, it can be done easily. So for that, I write a class called color dialog, CLRDLG, new color dialog constructor. What is the color I have set for the default color? What is the set? Red now? Same thing. CLR dot color equal to C. So in the dialog window, you'll have your color. The color selected in the dialog window will be what? Red. Hmm. So then open the dialog. If CLRDLG dot show dialog dot show dialog is equal to dialog result dot okay, then whatever color you change, that will be again applied. CLRDLG dot color invalid. So that color dialog is a class. Remember that. Class, which is built in class. So things become easy for us. Things will become ready made for us. Say, run the code. Increase the size. Now I say edit first position 50, 100, done, change. Now I want to change the color. Color. I get dialog. Yes. Default cursor is on red color. Change. Define. Change the color here. Yes. Little dark. Add. Okay. Color is changed. You want to apply again. Edit. Color. Change the color to some color. Select. Say okay. Change. Yes. Say only matter of using what? Class. Color dialog class. Like that, for everything you have your class. Color dialog, font dialog. I'll show you one example on font dialog also. Open dialog, save dialog, help dialog, page setup dialog, print dialog. Do you understand? So you want to write what now? Dialog for everything. Over. Now go to form1.cs design window. Add one more dialog here. Ampersand font. Font dialog. Select this, right click, go to properties. Go to properties. Under properties, give the name. Here I write menu item font. Yes. But to work with font, there should be some content available. Chalo, we'll try this. Go to form1.cs. Go to paint event and we'll add one method. Here I'll add g dot drawstring text, text, some text you keep. Then font, you want to have font object. So that font object I'll create here. Font, FNT, new font, font name, impact. That is font name. Font size 25. Here, font, then color, brushes dot, some color. I'll write maroon, brushes dot maroon. Okay, comma. You want to have x-axis, y-axis. So that you have to write. Point pt equals to new point 100 नहीं x-axis ना x-axis 150 y-axis 50 okay and that point I'll give you. That's it. Now you want to link this string to this font dialog so that if whatever text I want to see this Srinivas text with different fonts with different fonts. That is what I want to do now. So how do you do that? Go to font.cs design window, go to edit, font, double click. Yes. Now write direct class, font dialog, fntdlg equal to new font dialog constructor. fntdlg dot font is equal to fnt. If fntdlg dot show dialog is equal to dialog result dot ok block open. fnt is equal to fntdlg dot font invalidate. So what the difference? This will take the font of form to dialog. From form to dialog. This is again dialog to form. That's the difference. This is form to dialog. This is dialog to form. Execute the code. Why do we need text area here? We don't need text area. Text area is another control. No? Multiple line text box it is. Text box with multi-line equal to true. That will create. Now come back. Now Srinivas has come with this one. Now I want to change. Increase this form size, please. Go there. Edit font. Yes. Dialog is open. Select ink free. Size 25. Okay. Srinivas. Again edit. Font. Select this font. Okay. Yes. Again edit. Go to font. Color will be same because I didn't apply with color. I would have actually applied so that it would have come in different color. I didn't do that, so I can't get that now. Here, imprint shadow. Say okay. Yes. Again edit. Go to font. We got different approaches. Direct. Did you write any code? No. This is only a matter of using class. Algerian. Say okay. Yes. This is font dialog. This is the code available for that. Only class important. Font dialog class. Assign that font object to font dialog, and then after that, again, whatever the font you change in the font dialog, that you have to get into FNT, and then on invalidate, will draw your paint event method, and that repaint method, it will repaint that, it will execute that paint method again, and it will draw the things again into new form. It will refresh the form. Clear, everyone? Did you understand what we tried? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now one more part is remaining. Now you can have what more I said? Print dialog, page setup dialog, print dialog. You want to have print also? So you can write print ampersand. I'll have separator first. Separator ampersand print. Yes, print dialog will come. Print dialog. Give a name for it. Right click, go to properties, give the name as menu item prnt. Yes, yes. Double click, double click. Direct class. Print dialog prtdlg equal to new. Printed dialog constructor. Prtdlg dot dot show dialog. Okay, execute the code. You have to do accordingly. The settings have to be done accordingly. Based on the controls, we have to do that. Now, stay there. This window will get closed. Exit from here first. That output window, previous application. That's the reason you got this error. Rerun again. Yes. Maximize this form. Edit, print. Got the print time. Page setup dialog. You can have page setup dialog. Exit. Do you understand what we are learning? Like go to form and design. You want page setup also? Okay. Amp, no, page setup. For S, I'll write amp. Okay. Page setup. Then right click, go to properties. Under properties, give the name. Name property. Here I have menu item ps page setup. Double click on it. You have a class, direct class. Here you have to write page setup dialog pgdlg equal to new page setup dialog constructor pgdlg show dialog. Execute the code. Now setup dialog is available. Yes, maximize this. Go to edit page setup. Now I have to do some settings for that. Page settings I should do. Page setup dialog. Page settings. We didn't do that. I said like not all they are direct available. Print dialog, fine. Even for that also I should do some setting. I didn't do. So I have to do what now? Page settings. Then only it is going to work for us. But just to show you, I have written it, but I have to do some long process for that to set the to do page settings. Okay, and again, one more also will add. Again, separator hyphen bring down. I say ampersand help. Then go to properties. Then we have name. Under name property, you write menu item help. Menu item help. Double click. Now you should write help dialog. What is the class we use for it? Uh, okay. Mm, Like this, you'll get help under help. You'll find like about Microsoft Visual Studio is enough. Like that, we can have help also. What is the class? Help dialog or some class is there? Okay, exactly. I'm unable to recollect now. But there is a class for that. Using that class, we can get information of help of our application. Help dialog. Whenever you click on it, you'll get. Okay. So anyways, I won't put this because the complete code it is. I delete that event as well of no use because button already I deleted. Then okay, these are the things that we covered. We have to discuss about this modeless dialogue. So that is also a little lengthy. Tomorrow's class, may I'll discuss about it. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss this and one more big application we have. Next session where I'll talk even on that. First, I'll show you what is the execution process of Windows Forms application. That architecture I'll explain you first, and after that we'll discuss about one of the mostly used topic in real time, even today, even in future also. The topic we call as MDI, multiple document interface. That would be our next part to study. Tomorrow's class we will complete of both those topics. Okay, everyone.